Capricorn, this does look an interesting spread. I think it's a very, very good spread. There's one card in particular, maybe two, that you could interpret negatively, but they're overshone by two other cards. And the first card is that central card that runs throughout it, which is the card of judgment. It's a day of judgment. It's a karmic judgment. I'm certain it's going in your favour. Absolutely certain it's going in your favour. So it couldn't be better. And that comes after the distant past, the other wonderful card, the star card of rebirth, a card of hope. So things are very much changing for you. Changing in probably quite a spiritual way. Changing in quite a good way. And right now there is deception, there is conflict. But you can see through it as a very childish, playgroundy conflict. Something that's designed to divert you from what really matters. And after this month, you'll get a marvellous sense of direction, know where you're going, have everything lined up, everything following each other. And I think for once I can say that's a good thing. The energy that leads you to the outcome, and I believe it's a good outcome, is an energy of charity. Could this mean that you need to be more charitable towards those who are deceiving you? Those with that playgroundy sort of intelligence that's, let's face it, we're all being challenged by at the moment, I mean, just looking at the news recently, I can't believe that established newscasters should lie so blatantly that they're going to be caught out. Why on earth are they doing it? Why? I mean, do they not want anybody to watch the news anymore? I don't get it, and I'm sure you don't either. I think the other card that may be slightly negative is an energy of being bold and an energy of being brave, but maybe rushing into things too much. And these aren't times for doing that. That could change the outcome, and the outcome I think is a good outcome. That's you being full of love, understanding your emotions and those of others. And I think that's what the prize really is, this rebirth that we talk of. Now, the thing that makes me very comfortable and confident in this reading, there's actually a good reading for, a good spread for you, is this central card, which is the judgment card. It's a day of judgment, it's a karmic judgment. I can't see anywhere whereby you're being punished. I think you're being blessed. I think those who have harmed you will get their comeuppance, and you will be blessed for all that you've had to put up with. That's my candid opinion of how we should read this. And it's going on for many, many of us. Let's face it, there's been too much manipulation, greed, lies, uncaring, unnecessary confrontation, unnecessary wars. There's been too much, and most of us, well, all of us have had enough, haven't we? And their day is coming, they're going to get their comeuppance, and we're going to be blessed as a result. And that's what this is all about. And it sort of goes with it, matching that wonderful hope from the judgment card is a card actually of hope, the star. It's in the recent past, but It's a card of massive hope. It's a card of rebirth. So you've changed, you've embraced the new paradigm. And those who are going to get their comeuppance haven't. They've not spotted the change that's going on. They're carrying on exploiting, they're carrying on cheating, they're carrying on lying, they're carrying on manipulating, they're carrying on with their greed, they're carrying on with their wars, they're carrying on telling us barefaced lies about everything. And they don't realise that everything's changed and turf has been cut from under their feet, and yeah, they're getting a comeuppance, and you know it, I know it, many of us know it. And who are these people that are going to get their karmic dessert, eh? Well, if I was to say it, I might be demonetised. I'd certainly have to rate this vlog as controversial, and it wouldn't get as many views, and you know and I know, so yeah, we know who they are, they know who they are, and you know their behaviour is now childish, isn't it? I mean, there's been a recent incident on the news, and I doubt if I'm allowed to talk about what it was, but it was in what people assume is the capital city, but it isn't, of a country in Europe, one that's very popular with tourists, and it involved a football match. And the news, all the major media, came out with a complete pack of lies about what went on. Total lies. They even took footage and claim the exact opposite was happening to what was actually happening. And we've all known it for a long time, and you know, it's confirmation that what's been going on has been playgroundish, it's been childish. Absolutely childish. And they think they're getting away with it, and actually we're just looking at them going, we can't believe you. Do you understand? We don't want anything to do with you anymore. You know, nobody's watching mainstream media anymore. Why would we, when they disrespect us to this degree? And I could go on and go on and on and on, but it's this childish thing. And we've all had enough, haven't we? Now, you know, we've all spotted this childish behaviour. We've all spotted this greed. We've all spotted that these wars have got nothing to do with the reasons that we're told. You know, we're being played big style, we know it. The news doesn't reflect what's happening in the world one iota. It's all about manipulation. And you know, this news item I'm talking about, it was an outrage. It was an absolute outrage. But why are these outrages happening? Why are people so full of hate and believe that they can behave full of hate? Well, it's because we're all being manipulated. We're all being manipulated through social media, but there's so many of us now that can absolutely see through it and see how childish the whole thing is. That some people just want to control others, largely because they can. And the whole world's going wrong as a result, and we don't really know what to do we? But, you know, you're going to work it out, or at least you're going to work some of it out. You're going to get a sort of strategy, and you're going to get your ducks in a row, and you're going to know where you're going, and you're going to get a bee in your bonnet about doing something. Is it the right thing? I don't know, but, you know, like most of us, I feel we have to do something, don't we? you are in the future, you're going to find it. Now, what leads to the outcome is charity. I'm sure this is you being charitable towards others. Is it? Well, it could be physical charity in as much as, there's this deception, which I think is about money. And it could be you just saying, to hell with it. If they're that childish, let them have it. Could be that. Or it could be you forgiving them. You're thinking, well, if you're that greedy and you really want to play those games and have everybody in the world turn their back on you, then fair enough, you get on with it, It could be that, in fact, that's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about this charity. I've got such positive feelings about this reading for you, Capricorn, that you're moving so much in the right direction. You really are. I say you're doing everything so right, but potentially, and this placement of this energy doesn't mean to say that you do it even, but there is something that could be maybe the wrong thing to do. Maybe you rush in to the wrong action. Maybe you do. But as I say, the placement being here, it may not happen. It would change the outcome. But, see this more as a warning. The positive side of this energy is you're strong and you're brave. But, you do rush into things a bit more too much. Do you remember that card where I said you've got a marvellous sense of direction now? I don't get anything bad from that, but, if you've got a sense of direction that comes from rushing, maybe it's the wrong sense of direction. But I don't think that's how we should interpret it. I'm just giving an illustration here. But I think this is a warning to avoid jumping into action. You see, the outcome is you being full of love. You understanding and being in control of your own emotions. But understanding, and probably the critical point, is sympathetic to the emotions of others. So I think it's an acceptance of that some people are heading for this karmic comeuppance. Some people have ruined their own lives through their greed, through their manipulation, through their lies. Unabated. It's been unabated, hasn't it? There's been no remorse. They've never looked over their shoulder and thought, is this right? In fact, they've tried to convince us that everything they're doing is right. And we've all seen through it, we've seen through them, and we know they're going to get their comeuppance. And I think, if anything, you're sympathetic about it. You think, what a shame. What a waste of human life to have behaved like that. Yeah. Capricorn, this looks to be an excellent reading. An excellent reading. In the past, you've been reborn, full of hope. You're beginning to be able to see through everything, see things for what they are. And, there's deception going on, and you're looking at it, and you can see it happening, and you're just thinking to yourself, how terribly childish. How terribly, terribly childish. There's deception, there's greed, there's wars, and you feel sorry for those who are causing it, because you know that their karmic judgment is coming. And you're empathetic towards them because they're so stupid. They just carry on with it. They think they've got away with it. And, we're all looking at them saying, hey, we know what you're doing. We know what you're doing. It's no good keep saying this and thinking we believe it. Even if we get punished for not saying it, we'll say it, but we won't believe it. This is the point. They don't seem to have got it at all. And you are being charitable in how you see them. And you have to be charitable towards them. Because of, this is a karmic issue, it's something that the universe, God Allah, is going to deal with. You don't need to worry yourself about it. No, you understand their motivation, you understand your motivation, you understand everybody's motivation, you understand all these things. Now, I think there is a danger of you rushing into action, but there's only a danger of it. I think that was just a warning. What you do later, though, is you get a very firm sense of direction, knowing where you're going, getting your ducks in a row, and moving with pace in that direction. I'm less worried about that as, you jump into the wrong action, because I'm not certain this is, but it's possible. But, I don't think it is, because I think this comes out of love.